Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have very special guests with us. I have managed to get in touch with two of the co-presidents of the International Women's Club, Manisha Bhandari and Amruta Pawar. So today we are going to talk about what International Women's Club is all about, and as a new student in Sarnia, why should you ever care to join these clubs at college? Over to you. Why should a new student join any club in any college?
Well, we have so many clubs in college, including IWC, SAC. So I would like to highlight on it. So International Women's Club, and then we have Student Administrative Council. We have Enactors. So there are so many clubs. When you join the club, is really important for you guys if you would like to build your leadership skills, and if you like to be the part of the club, not just into develop the leadership skills, but I would say also to develop your LinkedIn profile. Then just build it up, and you get to meet with the employers itself in the club. You get to have so many events, including networking, and then we have three major events every semester. So I would say every student should get into the club. Initially they can start as a participant, but they can actually run the club as well.
What's your opinion? Why should anyone care to join any club in college?
I very well agree with what Manisha said, and so it's not only you are being participated or you are part of the club, you can run, you can be part, you can be an executive, and that is when you go out for the community or when you go out for your job, they know that you are a president of International Women's Club, and that itself is a big prestige.
Yep. And actually, I would like to let you know that I am also part of the International Women's Club. That is why I have this pin. And yes, men can be part of Women's Club as well. So don't judge me for that. Other than that, as Manisha and Amruta have said, that you have to be part of these events and these clubs because it shows that you have some extracurricular activities. And in Canada, these things are very important. Now, in Amruta and Manisha, they have received enormous networking opportunities. In fact, there's a networking opportunity called Famous Five, which is a club here in Sarnia, where only IWC executives get to go to be part of that event, and that can get you in touch with several employers, which can land you jobs and stuff. So you have to start preparing for your job the day you come here. You can't hope to get a co-op in the co-op semester. It's not India where co-ops and internships are placed. There is no concept of placement over here. You have
सबकी प्लेसमेंट हो गई, तेरी भी हो गई, मेरी भी जॉब लग गई भाई.
You have to work towards it. There are no arranged marriages. Similarly, there are no arranged co-ops here. You have to work towards it. So the day you come here, you have to prove yourself by volunteering, by joining these clubs and showing the causes that you support by being part of this club. And today both of you are part of the leadership committee in the IWC, so they get to manage us. So I am part of the social media management, so they get to manage us, so they get leadership experience, which is very important. Imagine how long would it take for you to get into a management position in a proper company, right? Here they can get a leadership experience which they can claim on their CV by just volunteering. So this is the value of joining any club. Guys, I am making this video just to help you guys to know how difficult or how easy it would be to get a job for you, because I know it's very difficult out there, but if you join these clubs, go above and beyond in this case, that will actually help you in getting job opportunities. This is the only reason I'm making these videos, for your benefit. So let's continue with the interview and ask them what was the story that IWC was established. How was it established? What was the story all about?
So 5 years ago, our faculty advisor, Susan Doughty, she started this club. Oh. And where all the women were together in the club itself. And before, I think they didn't have these executives thing, because that was just the women coming into a club and trying to share their thoughts with each other. Because when you come to the whole new country, it makes you kind of alone. You feel that as an international student, right? But just to create that family environment, I would say, and to make each other feel family or feel home, that's the reason IWC club was there to help the women to feel safe with each other, sharing their thoughts and exchanging about their culture, their food, and everything. And then slowly, it just got built up, and they started hiring executives for marketing, for our community, and the
Social
president,
media.
social media, everything. So that's how this club got in a higher scale, and then we had the executives, and now we have a brand as well. So
Alright.
that's how that was the history of IWC.
I have to say that you have really created a family kind of environment, because the last time we arranged the cultural fest in Lambton College, I will show some pictures over here, and it really created a sense of community in terms of like Indian community was all together. We had like a really beautiful fest, and there were some people from other communities as well, like from Mexico, from Venezuela, there was from Brazil. All of the countries had representation, so we really felt included, and that's something that IWC does. It's kind of a cultural committee of the college as well, a quasi cultural committee. So that's a perfect segue into our next question, which is what are the IWC events that have been conducted in the past? What are all the IWC events so just to like audience get an understanding of what events IWC has arranged in the past. And
so every semester, like, we have the intake. So every intake we have 3 major events, and it depends on fall or summer or the coming intake. So for example, if it's summer, so we have so in winter intake we had yoga and salsa, then we had session on mental health, and then we had fashion show, which is a cultural fashion show wherein every country had opportunity to represent their own culture, including the diverse culture from all around the world. So every intake we have 3 events, and now I would like to give it to Amruta to describe more about it.
Yeah, so the events are mostly community centric. We have speakers from community coming in, helping us out, and it's one session is about information. So I remember, like, in our winter intake we had housing. So it was mostly how the housings are, what are your rights, the tenant rights, which are very important for the students. So this is something which was very informative. We have fun event like a Latin dance. Yes, and yoga. So yoga was there in class, but during summers we can we are thinking about yoga on the beach or yoga on the college or outside college. So which was like a fun event for everybody to come down. And every semester we'll be having 3 events, which are the major events which IWC will be conducting, and we want students to participate and to feel like they are home and it's their own culture. They have to embrace that.
Yep. And what really inspired you to join IWC?
So just like I mentioned before, when I was here as an international student, so I was all alone by myself. Like, I came to Sanya, and then that time I had classes online. So just to figure out, like, how can I feel that it's my home, right? Because you're leaving your family all behind and you're coming to a whole new country, and it just feels like in the initial days that you don't have your family, right? So when I joined International Women's Club, so I get to know about International Women's Club through one of my friends. She's from Colombia, and she was my batchmate as well. So she made me mention about this club, and I took a part as a participant in International Women's Club. They had like 3 major events, but that time because it was online, but we always used to meet virtually. Every week once we used to meet virtually, and that's how I get to know people. Like, there were international students from all around the world, and they feel the same just like I was feeling. So that's how I joined the club, and I get to know that they give this beautiful opportunity to be the part of IWC as an executive. So I applied for that, and our faculty advisor Susan Doughty, she selected me for community coordinator position, and get to meet with so many employers. And I think I made that connection with them that there was Elizabeth Slotis, so she like invited me for like a book launch party. She wrote her book, which was like very new, and also she in the book what she wrote, so I'll just like to mention about it. She wrote an Indian word called namaste, so that means where we all come together and we join hands together, right? So now, like she just asked me randomly if we could just, you know, if she could know me more. So that's what I
Network,
network.
opportunity.
Yeah.
So like I have seen in Canada that Canadians will not only just look at your academics. It's mostly they like the people. They want to see your character. Like if they know you, they have more trust in you, and that's why they would rather hire you than anyone else, even if their academics are better the other person, because they know you, they can get along with you, and they know that you have the same values as them. So that is where the networking opportunity and the networking aspect really stands out, right? Like by being part of these clubs, being having these extracurricular activities, not only you get the co-curricular record, which is the official record of these volunteering activities on your transcript, you also get to interact with people, build your network. And networking is just basically building friends, building friends that will help you out. So Amruta, what inspired you to join the IWC?
So, International Women's Club. So, as the name says, that the club is for the international women's, and I believe that I remember I had my friend from Mexico who was the co-president, Anna, and I had a word with her like what the club is all about, what is your vision, what is your mission, and she explained me well. And it was a time when the executive positions were out, and she told me that why don't you apply for that. I'm like, okay, how is the process? And the process is very simple. You just have to mail, and then you get shortlisted. There is a small interview, like 8 or 10 minutes interview, and then you get selected. And the only thing I like more about international, like one of the things which I liked about International Women's Club was like I applied for a role which was like social. I didn't apply for social media, I applied for community coordinator or the marketing. They knew like community coordinator, since in India I had like 15 years of experience into art of organization where I was working out for community. So I had developed that skill already. So giving me a social media coordinator, developing that skill is very important, like which was a thoughtful process by Suzanne Doughty and by the presidents who were there. And that is something which developed a new skill in me. And I like that. Like it's not only developing your old skill or just that you are a master of something and you're just coming out with that, but developing a new skills too. So it's like embracing what you have learned and what you will be learning ahead. And I like that it's a homely environment where everybody is there on dais, everybody's views are considered, and every time when we have meeting we have something new in hand, and everybody's decisions are taken care of. So and everybody is moving towards one vision, one mission, to create a safe and a care-free environment for the students who are coming in. And that is very important, I feel. Like we as an International Women's Club, we are thinking about what our vision are, what is our mission, and we are working towards it day in and day out. And everybody knows that it's a voluntary job, but they are doing it with a smile on their face. That is very important.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, how did IWC benefit you in terms of like specifically the networking opportunities, or how did it benefit you in other ways? Like Manisha shared, she got an opportunity to network with the CEO, and she even built a friendship with her, and she asked you to join her book launch event. So how did it benefit you? What was your personal experience?
So now everybody in the community, now since we got appointed as a co-president, everybody in the community know that, oh, you are the co-president of international, like a big club it is now, International Women's Club, and that has a pride, that has something like prestige. Oh, you have that prestige, that you are a part of some club which is being known in the community. And I must say that once we had fashion show, and after that fashion show everybody in the community are just having a word with us. I have like tons of mails coming down that we want to arrange a fashion show, we want to arrange a fashion show for the community itself, and that was a big hit, I must say. And with that it was also like Famous 5 events. So I've been this through Famous 5 events for twice. So one was with Certified Financial Planner, and since I am from financial planning background, it was a good event for me. And so it was a good networking at that very moment. Now again we'll be having one more Famous 5 event, and I feel like those famous 5 people around are just empowering women. They are just providing opportunities for them, and they're just making sure that everybody is valued. And that is something very important once you are part of this bigger communities.
Like a lot of people, you have been asking to me that, hey, you are part of International Women's Club. How come you are a man? So it's not just that women can be part of the International Women's Club. The thing is that men are a key component in empowering women, right? So without men, women can be empowered. So we should. I like to help people to empower women or whatever opportunities and things that IWC is doing. I really wanted to do that. And another reason that like inspired me to join IWC was like I felt that, or any club in general in Lambton College, I see that the executives of these committees or the clubs, they're very bright people, right? It's not only that you get to network with these people, you also get to have networking opportunities with other people. So being friends with these people is going to go a long way in your career. That if you befriend like bright people, you will eventually become bright yourself, right? Because you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. After all, now, you might be thinking now that I'm a woman or I'm a man and like I want to join IWC. How do I do that?
So to get into IWC, we in intake IWC executives, they themselves introduce themselves to the orientation period, and the executive itself asks the students to register on our WhatsApp group, and you guys can follow us on Instagram as well. So you can shoot the message to International Women's Club if any volunteer opportunity is coming up, and we do welcome all the people to help us around with the same.
So like tell the audience, how do they join IWC?
So I must say that during orientation, so every intake we have orientation. So during orientation, our presidents go there and we talk about our club. And during that orientation, we have vendors table. So on vendors table, we have IWC team like executives. You get a chance to meet our executives in person, and there are different events which are coming up. So they explain about the events. They explain about how you can be part of that club. We have WhatsApp groups. So we connect with each and every participant who is there through WhatsApp. We make sure that every event, every detail of the event is been informed to our students who are enrolling with us. We have Instagram channel where you can follow us, and that is where our new updates are on. And every time if you want something to know about what the International Women's Club is doing, you have to be socially active too.
Exactly.
So that is very important, and that is how we make sure that everybody is participating right from day one. So day one is your orientation. From day one they get to know that this club is existing and how they can be part of it. So today, like day one, they are participant. After some time they can be a part of the executive, and after some time they can run the club too. So, so that is the ladder.
I will share my story how I joined. So like usually whenever they are looking for members, it's posted on their Instagram channel. So not only doing that, I before even those things were posted, like I always was in touch with Susan Doughty and itself with Amruta and everyone who's in IWC, that I want to join, I want to help out. So you can always just volunteer to help whenever they are having their events, like how can I help you out? Just ask them. It's not like a formal process. This is what networking is all about. You just approach them, ask them for help, and then that will be distinguished. Like you won't have to give an interview, or maybe you will stand out as a candidate because they know previously you have helped them, and that means you are very eager to help them. So this is how you get into any club in college, and that's how I got into every club in college. So if you want to join, if you want to make the best of your time at Lambton College, you should join all these clubs. You should take advantage of all these opportunities, so that after 2 years you will feel that I have taken advantages of all the opportunities that Lambton College has given us. And Lambton College definitely has a lot of opportunities for all of us, and that's the reason I'm making this video, just so that your job hunt and your future career can be a lot easier if you follow these tips.
And I must say that IWC has a very good amount of leaders who were part of IWC, and the Famous 5 event, we have it just because of the past leader Prabjot Kaur. So her article was published, and that is when the community people from Enbridge contacted us, and that is how we got the opportunity to be part of this famous 5 events, and the legacy has been carried on. So that is a bigger impact on the students who are coming in. So we have tons of leaders, and the leaders who are there to empower the students, and that is something which is, for me and Manisha, is very important, that we are carrying out that legacy and will be forwarding that to the students who are coming in.
True.
Yes.
So thank you guys. I hope you get in touch with Manisha, Amruta, or even with me, or just DM to me Instagram,
Yes.
and like or reach out to International Women's Club on Instagram, or whenever they have their next fest or event. Definitely try to volunteer, try to help them out. That way you will get recognized. And so at the conclusion of this video, I would like to ask you to definitely like, subscribe, and share this if you find this useful. Thanks a lot, guys, and I
you.
hope to meet you in person.